the Deadcast.
SharnOfTheDEAD, and yes, this is the Deadcast. It's that time again. We're going to be talking about all things gaming, but this time you can see the theme. It's about high-scoring games, and we're going to be talking a lot about Resogun. Yeah, it's been out for a year, but we're still playing it, damn it. And not only that, I've got a fantastic guest this time round. He's a all-rated American badass. He's a freaking YouTuber who pretty much taught me everything I know. It's Brumac.
I didn't teach you everything you know. Come on.
You did, man. I would have done a fucking vlog if it wasn't you.
That's true. I remember. Yeah, I remember that.
I got into all that because of you. So I generally blame much of my success on you. So
that's funny.
But yeah,
back in the Rage Call of Duty days.
Yes. Back there, me and Brew go back a long way. If you've never heard of Brumac, definitely check out his channel. He's got some great stuff on there. And
back on Black Ops 1 days.
Yeah. When Machinima Respawn app was a thing on Facebook. Yes. And we all used to say, can you bump this shit up?
That's how I got started. That's how I got a little notoriety.
Exactly. Same here. So it's long going. Anyway, if you've been out of touch with what me and Brew have been doing, we have been having a bit of a high score war on Resogun. And it's
and you're an asshole. Yeah. I thought you were bullshitting me twice. I was like, because I was happy because I got 21 million. And next thing I know, you tweet me and you go, well, beat this motherfucker, 100 plus million. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is he doing that I'm not?
Yeah, in a way, I've been playing it for a long time. I mean, I got Resogun when the PS4 first came out, and I played it to death back then. Yeah. And what happened though, back then the scores were a lot higher. And I was getting a bit pissed off because some of the top guys in the world were like, this is ridiculous, I can't even get anywhere near these scores. And what I was finding out is that there was an exploit a lot of people were doing. And all they was doing, right, get this, Brew, all they was going is just flying around the map in a circle, everything would spawn and just follow them. So all they would do is just fill up their overdrive. They didn't save the humans.
Is that what you've been doing?
No, that's what they'd have been doing. Oh. And I was finding it out, and I was like, now though it's a bit easier to get the higher scores, but all these guys were doing scoring around in circles, having using their overdrive, and they was getting freaking millions of scores without even trying. So I stopped playing. It put me off the game big time.
Yeah, it would put me off too.
Yeah, but Horseman Arc, luckily they brought out a patch with the DLC. They brought out the survival stuff, and they fixed it all. So I started playing again, and I'm pretty sure they made it harder as well, because Veteran was never that hard.
I mean, you making 21 million, I think you posted today on Twitter. I forget what level, it was like Fibrous or some level that you posted, and you had 21 million?
Yeah, ninth.
Yeah,
ninth in the world.
I played that level. I was like 21 million. I could beat that, right? Yeah. So I put it on Veteran and went to that level. I got 4 million.
Oh no, that was on Rookie. I hadn't done that on Veteran. I was just going for it. Yeah, because what I do, I tend to go through Rookie and Experience and then go on Veteran, and I tend to try and set a high score on everything.
I got you.
But definitely, I mean, to be honest, that map, that's the 4th map, I think.
Yep.
I suck on that. I used to suck on it. I didn't understand how to get the high scores on it.
Yeah, I lose my multiplier on that one a lot. For the later levels, I don't know why it's hard for me to maintain that 15 cap.
Well, I figured on a little plan, if you know what I mean. I've got a game plan for each one. The first one I can ace it. The first level I can do it without dying, without bombs, without losing humans, without losing multiplier. That's fine. The second, I can pretty much do it, but like you, that second boss always gets me. Even though I know how to take it down. It seems to be, after you've taken down the 3 growing parts, there's the 4th one. And it tends to keep itself away from you. So when you go towards it, it will keep turning, and you have to like boost and get in.
Yeah. Those first 3 patches are easy, but then he keeps that other one away, and you've got to boost to the other side.
Yeah. And that's where you end up either making a mistake or just dying because he's firing the balls at you.
Even if I beat him, it'll cost me at least 2 lives.
Yeah. I mean, I managed to do it with just losing one, but because what sucks is if you lose that multiplier, you start the next level with nothing. And
Yep.
I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm really happy I found out as soon as he goes into that second phase, just use the bomb.
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, you taught me that, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, well, after that,
it took me a while to figure that one out. Though I was just experimenting to see, what ways you could kill him. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh shit, that's easy.
Yep. Poor Game Daddy, he's trying to get into the whole, because I put out the high score challenge, and then that's how you fucking give me that 100 million. I was like, well, fuck me, I shouldn't even start that. That was a mistake. Now I'm never gonna be able to fucking beat it.
Well, with what I've discovered on some of the levels now, I could probably, because I've got 130 million more or less now. I reckon I can beat, I can even beat that. Because at the moment, just on playing on single level, I'm averaging nearly 45 million on the first level. Second, probably 20 to 30 million, depending.
Yeah.
Decima, you're talking, you could probably get 60 million score on that level. You know the trick with Decima, right?
No,
right. This is something I thought I was brilliant, but then I figured out everyone else was doing it anyway. But what it is on Decima, it's you can do it rookie, experienced, or veteran. You keep shooting the boss, and then he'll shoot out one of those cubes.
Right.
What you want to do is there's different ways of doing it, but what I tend to do, if my multiplayer is not maxed at 15, I'll shoot the first brick, and I'll kill all those bricks that break off to it to build a multiplier up. And then I'll focus on the boss, make him drop another brick, and don't shoot it, right? And then keep going at him, and he'll fire off another brick, which is like the last one. Then what I do, you gotta really be patient and wait for both bricks to join together, and then you use your overdrive right there. And I'm telling you now, you will get millions of points. That is how that's level was designed to literally boost your points to maximum.
So you're just basically keeping the boss alive, so you can shoot those little blocks.
He's the easiest one to do as well, which is lucky, because he'll try and stay out your way. It won't come too close to you. Sometimes it'll come after you, but you can easily boost
not the
away.
last boss. Holy shit!
Yeah, that last boss.
The ball.
Yeah, well,
that bounces.
The ball that bounces is actually, that's not too bad. On rookie, I'm pretty fine with it. All you have to do is just fly backwards, and you can just go up and down. Experience, it's a little bit harder, but on veteran, the damn thing fires off so many homing missiles. You've got to be so careful. I mean, what I found with that one is that he tends to, when you break for his armor, he fires lots of green orbs.
Yep.
And you can fill up your overdrive really quickly on that one. So what you want to do is kind of use your boost to go cross him and pick up those green orbs when he sheds them. Then you can fill up your overdrive and hit him with that. But yeah, on veteran though, he is really tough, and it's a lot difficult. But if you're looking at setting a high score on rookie or experienced, it's pretty easy to do. And then the final boss. Now, the one after this is ridiculously tough.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, in fact, the 5th level on veteran, it's on arcade mode. I can't do it. On single, I managed to beat it. And just so you know, this is a little cool tip. Say if you want to unlock master difficulty, you don't have to play all the way through the arcade mode to unlock that. All you have to do is just select arcade mode, select the final level, and if you beat that, you can unlock master. Which is, I tell you now, is a whole new kettle of fish. Master difficulty, you think veteran's hard, right? Master is a freaking joke. I'm not joking. Every single enemy you kill fires off a red ball.
Fireball or whatever it is.
Yeah, fires off a red ball.
Yep.
Every single enemy you kill. And not to mention they're more aggressive. The multiplier even drops quicker, yet it can go up to 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that is really tough. But what I found on the final boss, he has like different attack patterns. One, he'll come at you normally and trying to like eat you or whatever. You just kind of boost out of him, and then he will come down like it'll like right up the red where it's going to go, and it'll be coming up and down on you and up on you, and you have to like kind of stay in between it. But it's really difficult. You sometimes have to boost out of the way because it will just kill you outright.
Right.
And then it does another one where it starts coming from like warp holes, and you have to keep moving backwards and go
my god.
down. And then it forms like a what's it, like Hydra? It becomes a Hydra and fires like fireballs off at you, which are just insane. It's just a constant barrage of fireballs, and I think if you're lucky, you should beat it by then.
Right.
And again, the only one I've managed to do that was with Phobos. Everything I use is Phobos.
Really?
Yeah.
You can share your ship, the ones that you created. You can share them out.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they're the ones I created. They're terrible. You can just build a block. You can just make a cube, and then all you have to do is just change the stats on it.
Right.
It's and that's what I did for a little while, and I thought I'll just make a ship. And what I had been using was more or less the same as Phobos.
Right.
It was like
I do like Nemesis because I love the boost, how it charges up so quickly.
Yeah.
Phobos later on in the levels on Veteran, it gets kind of iffy because it's terrible on the boost, and you've got to get your ass away quick a lot of times on the later levels.
What I find that using for is just saving humans. See, the way I play Resogun is if I die, or if I lose a human, or if I lose my multiplier, I restart straight away. I could be on the 3rd or 4th level and I'll restart it, because I don't know, I think it's like the way I play it is, if that slight mistake, it sounds punishing, but if I retry, because I know I won't beat my score, and like I don't want to waste time playing for it just not to make it. And I figured if on the first one I get to the end I die, I mean, man,
if you have to retry, your score resets, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, what's really like, if you die or you lose your human or use your multiplier, at the end of the level you lose your bonus, and that's where you get some big points as well. Because was it on the first level? I got like 14 times 1 point something million. So on top, I got another 14 million points to add on to my bonus.
Do you know how much the bonus is if you save all the humans on each level?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Do you happen to keep losing the first human on the first level? Sometimes you just randomly lose one. And you don't know why. Yep. I figured out some of them are secret, and you have secret requirements.
There's 2 that are secret, right?
Well, I think the one that keeps dying randomly is to do with the multiplier. And if you happen to lose your multiplier halfway through, that human dies.
Ah, okay.
That's what I think, because every time I've kept my multiplier, I've got that human.
Okay.
But I think that's the only one that's like that. It seems that all the other ones are pretty much...
See, you're educating me about this game. I can go back and try to beat you now.
I want to help everyone out. It's not like... I'm not stingy in terms of, I've got a high score. I'm not telling anyone my secrets. 'Cause I want to share it because I want other people to play the damn game. It sucks.
Right.
When I was the only one playing it, and I was thinking, I've got a PS4, I'm playing Resogun, but no one else is playing it.
No one else is playing it, right.
It sucked.
I got turned onto it when we moved here, and in the house we didn't have internet. And I goes, well, let me try this game because I don't have to be online. And I was instantly hooked. About an hour later, I was like, this fucking game. I couldn't get it out of my mind. I had to, every time I woke up, and I was like, in the morning, I was like, we got to play it. We got to play this fucking game.
Yeah. Do you have caffeine at all when you're playing it? I tend to.
Caffeine helps a lot.
Yeah, it helps me. I mean, it's the only...
And having some good, dubstep in the background.
The music's great. Yeah, the music's really cool. You got some bassy headphones, and it really does. It works well. But yeah, it's brilliant. It's still one of the best games on PS4.
I'd have to agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, for a year running, I mean, Horseman Arc, the developer, they're brilliant, and they've actually got another game coming out for you in the US tomorrow. Tuesday, and it comes here in the UK. It's called Super Stardust HD. If you like Resogun, you're gonna like that game.
Cool. I like Geometry Wars, but when I got into Resogun, I was like, Resogun's a better game in my opinion.
Yeah.
I was just more because it's a game that doesn't give up its secrets.
There's a lot
Does that make sense? Exactly.
Yeah, and there's many different ways to play it. And it's got a lot of depth to it as well, because you've got a lot of things to think about while playing it. It's quite cool how they've done it.
Yeah. And Geometry Wars is just shoot everything and try to stay alive.
Yeah, stay alive. And that's all there is to it. There's no no objectives. Resogun seems to have an objective to it. You got to save the humans and make sure you
But
do.
right now, I've seen on YouTube a couple videos on Resogun of people not even worrying or saving the humans, and they're just keeping that multiplier up. That's all they care. And they actually made a high score. One guy got about 100 million just by doing that, and he didn't save anybody.
One strategy I found is hoarding the humans.
I tried that. I can't
do it on veteran.
I can't do it.
I can't do it on veteran. I can do it on rookie and experienced. And some of the levels, it's easier than others.
It's fun, though, when you have like 3 or 4 of them in one spot and you're trying to defend them and just hoping to God the level ends so you can pick them up.
Yeah, what I found, it does work in a way where if you get them all in one area, you constantly get the UFOs. So you've always got something to shoot at, and they'll come in, so you can definitely keep your multiplier up. But what I find right at the end of a game, I'd say usually just before the boss, make sure you got a few enemies left. Because what happened to me recently was all the humans started floating up, and I couldn't cash them all in, and they just floated off and died. Right. I was like, for God's sake, restart.
All right. Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I've restarted just on the first level alone.
Yeah.
Because if I lose a life, I'm like, fuck, I'm restarting because I'll need that life on the 3rd level or the 4th level.
Exactly. It's so hard. And at the moment you have so many near misses. I mean, in terms of anything, it gives you adrenaline going. Do you know what I mean? You can't. I go rigid playing Resogun. I go rigid. My arms are like tense. My fingers, like, all palms are sweating.
Lori's watching. She's like, my ass is puckering. Oh my God, That's a great game. It's a great game.
It really is.
It's like the modern version, I guess, what I think of it, because I played Pac-Man a lot. So to me, it's like the modern version of Pac-Man, because you're trying to avoid the ghosts while you're trying to get the pellets. The pellets being the humans, and at the same time, you can kill the fucking ghosts. So that's why I just ate it up.
Well, there's another game, I'll get to it a bit later, that's a lot like Pac-Man, and it's out on the PS4, and I freaking love it. Well, I'll get to that shortly, because I just want to cover there's some DLC coming for Resogun this month. I can't remember what it's called.
Defenders?
Yeah, and what it adds, this is really cool, I'm looking forward to it. It's like you get to play as one of the humans, a little Rambo dude.
What?
He's got different weapons, and
that's cool.
On a small, this area, and you've got to shoot your way through, and there's going to add some different things like that into the game as well. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to play that.
That is super cool.
Yeah, I mean the survival DLC is pretty good as well.
I've played it once or twice, and that's cool too. Just you get one life.
Yeah. What was it? I think you beat one of my scores on survival.
Oh, what?
I can't remember. It was something. I was so I didn't know if you beat my score on survival or you beat my score on something. I got so confused. I couldn't figure it out. If it was? I think it's when you shared it on Twitter, because I knew I had a 20 million score on something. Well, right. I was looking at survival and thinking, is the leaderboard not updated or something? Because it's 20 million on that. Well, has he beat that, or what's he beat one of the other scores?
Well, I know the one I tweeted out was the first level. I got 21 million.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you now though, if you go back literally and you play, I mean, I won't worry about saving the humans till the end. Cash them in as you go. But I can guarantee you, if you don't use your multiplier, and not only that, you've got to use your overdrive at the right time. You can definitely you can get 40 million easy on the first level.
On the first level?
Yeah, I did it today. I think I got 45 million.
Now, does the overdrive, is that indicative of having a multiplier up?
Yeah.
So let's say you're capped at 15 and you use your overdrive, you should be getting times 15 on your overdrive.
You're shit money, basically. But the thing is, on the first level, you're only going to get that at the last wave of enemies. Just before the boss, when they all start appearing and start firing in.
Yeah, there's a wall of them.
Is kind of, gently shoot them. Like, just kind of knock them out. Make sure your multiplier don't die. Just keep dodging, shooting anything in front of you until they're following it behind you. And then you get the final 2 waves of these that come round. And as they come round and about meet you in the middle, at the last second, use your overdrive, and you will score big points.
Okay.
There's in nearly every level, there are set moments where the screen is going to be full of enemies. Like, a bunch will spawn at once, and then the times to use your overdrives. All the time, yeah. I mean,
good tip.
I did think about doing a video of doing that, but it takes so long to try and pinpoint the exact times. But the best way I can do it is when I'm doing I'm working on a vid now and just showing highlights of when's the best times of doing certain things. And it's, but yeah, you got, and also another thing about your overdrive, when you use it, you get a big circle that appears around your ship, and as it zones in into your ship, if you time it right, just as it hits the circle, you form a big explosion. It's like an EMP around the ship. That destroys everything in its vicinity. So that'll also help you big time in getting points. Seriously, there's a lot.
You need to start cranking out some how-tos, man.
Yeah, I need to. I think it's because, like I said though, it's the first time I started playing it since I've had a bit of competition. And
well, now there's other people that are trying it on my end, like Game Daddy, and there's a couple on my Facebook page that are actually playing it. One guy is getting a PlayStation 4 just because I started this challenge.
I see that. Yeah, damn right. He needs to get on that shit, because Housemarque are bringing a lot of good games to PS4. They seem to be only developing them for that, and this is not the only type of score attack game they've got. But just so they know, any of your mates, they want to add me on PSN, it's SharnOfTheDEAD, as it is on my Twitter. Come on and we'll have some Resogun score battles, because that's what I'm all up for.
Right. And I'm going to beat your score, sir.
Yeah,
it's coming.
You got to get. I want to see you get up there, and then I can say, look, it's like Master and Apprentice.
Yeah,
I mean, him, and now he's defeated me.
The highest I've gotten is like 30 million, and I feel shitty about it.
It takes a while. I mean, like when I was starting to play Veteran, dude, the raging, I was getting my rage on big time.
Yep.
My fiance Jacqueline told me to turn the damn thing off because she was getting pissed off of me shouting and yelling like fuck.
Right.
And the thing is, you just got to stay calm, because the angrier you get, the more mistakes you make.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yeah,
Game Daddy, he posted a picture of him flipping off on the screen saying fuck this game, and I saw his score was like 4 million.
Yeah. It's once you figure out what's going on, because a lot of people, I think it was him who was saying, he didn't know why the hell he was losing his humans. There's just randomly dying. And there's like no tutorial basically in the game. You have to figure it out for yourself.
All right. That's why I like it.
Yeah. It doesn't hold your hand. You literally got to try and understand what you're doing wrong. Because certain enemies you have to shoot in unison. So like in certain ways. So you get an enemy where you have to shoot at the front. It'd be like a snake. And you have to make sure you shoot the first enemy, then the second, then the third, then the fourth, then the fifth, and so on. And you'll get certain enemies that come up like that. And when I was playing it, I was just shooting the shit out of everything. I was like, what
yep, me too. Right. I didn't even know what the fuck a multiplier was. She just kept saying, lost multiplier. I was like, what the fuck is that? What's she talking about?
And it'll say, keeper detected.
I was like, what are fucking keepers?
Yeah. And see, what I do now, basically, is I turn everything pretty much to low. And just have the voice coming through, so then I can hear when anything's coming. Because when you're shooting and there's music going on, sometimes you don't hear about the fact that there's a keeper coming in, or you're about to, or you've lost your multiplier, and you could be like playing, and be like, hang on, man, when did my multiplier go down to fucking 2?
Right.
What the hell happened?
And now I can't stand it when my multiplier's about to go away.
When it starts flickering red.
And there's nothing around.
Yeah.
And you're out of bombs.
Yeah. That's sometimes when I use my bombs. Say if I'm on the 15, I'll probably let go of a bomb, because they don't help increase your score too much, but they are useful.
Right.
But what I found, if your multiplier is about to go, there's one or two things you can do. You can't really see anything, you got one or two enemies, just generally shoot each one. Don't kill them straight away. Just kind of so you give a chance to see what the hell's going on around you.
Right.
You can pick up a human. But you can only pick up that same human once.
Yep.
And that'll keep your multiplier going, cashing it in, using your boost, and overdrive.
You can. I haven't tried boosting and throwing one yet.
Boosting and throwing. You can kind of throw them quite far, actually, but you have to be careful that you don't throw them off the edge of anything.
Right.
I've done that a few times. I'll be like, if you shoot them, they can get shot and jump off.
Right.
And you got to be so careful. I think that's
you little fucker.
Yeah, that's where I think on the second level that they do that, don't they? I think there's like water edges.
Right. Yeah, there's water.
Yeah,
they drown.
Yeah, that's just so annoying. But yeah, you got to be so careful. But yeah, in terms of that's Resogun. But Horseman Up, they've got a few other games on PSN that you want to give a go.
Mm-hmm.
I want to recommend a few off you now. a few months ago, it was going away for free on PS Plus, so it might not happen again. But Dead Nation. Dead Nation's a top-down zombie apocalypse game.
Okay. Is it on right now?
Yeah, you can get it. You can buy it now. It's out now. That's basically... It works in the same way of Score Attack. You have to keep your multiplier going, shooting zombies. There's various difficulties. It's got a story to it, and you got different weapons like flamethrowers and electrical weapons, shotguns, machine guns, and what have you. And there's hordes and hordes of zombies that come at you, and there's different types of enemies. And it's very arcadey. It is fun to play. It came out on PS3 a few years ago, and they decided to re-release it on PS4, and it was pretty cool because I never got to play it, and I got really into it, and it's got a really interesting leaderboard system, because on that, on how many zombies are killed, it also not only does it who's the best player, but it also goes which country is in the lead. So each country will be like USA would have over several billion zombies killed. The United Kingdom would be in like third or fourth with so many billion zombies killed, and there's like leaderboards for each country, and that's pretty cool. It's something I've not really seen before in a game, and they have various depending in a way, same way as it's difficult. There's also a survival mode as well for Score Attack. So that was pretty good. That's a fun one if you want to shoot zombies instead of spaceships.
I got what's that one? Kill All Zombies. #Kill All Zombies. I didn't really like it.
It's not very good.
No, I didn't really like it. I thought it was going to be. It got a lot of really good reviews, but it's just not my thing. It's not my bag.
I had a look at it. I wasn't too sure. I looked at a few videos and I was like, yeah. There's another one as well. I actually haven't written it down because I didn't really want to talk about it. But there's another one on there. It's like a shoot all enemies. And it really wasn't that much fun. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not on the list that I'm going to be talking about. So if you do see it, don't buy it.
Swapper, I liked.
Swapper. Oh, yeah, Swapper's pretty cool. I don't know if that's got a score system on it, but it was...
Yeah, I don't think so. That's right. I keep forgetting we're talking about the high scoring.
Yeah, but no, that was a good game. It's definitely worth a shout out because it made me feel really lonely and depressed.
Yes.
Really it's just a very isolated game, but very interesting. Something I've not played before. But yeah,
and of course, Geometry Wars 3, that's a high score game. Yeah. I kind of fell out of that after I got Resogun.
Yeah, Geometry Wars, it's pretty good. Some of your scores I couldn't beat on that, actually. It was quite frustrating. It's quite fun because I remember playing Geometry Wars on the Xbox 360 when that first came out, and that was one of the first games I got on it, and I loved it. It was great. I wasn't really interested in playing AAAs that were coming out. I was just playing Geometry Wars most of the time.
Yep.
And I managed to get a few big scores on that one because you had the retro and then the normal one.
Here's what's bad is, I was avid, and a lot of people don't like this Call of Duty out that just came out, Advanced Warfare. But as soon when I moved and I got Resogun, I have not played Call of Duty since I've been playing Resogun.
Yeah.
Shit's got real when I'm not playing Call of Duty.
That's true. In fact, I haven't played... between playing Resogun, I've playing Life is Strange and the oh my god, what's it called? The Wolf Among Us. Yeah,
that's something I'm interested in.
I tell you what, now I know it's not a high score today, but Wolf Among Us is absolutely amazing.
Is it?
I haven't enjoyed it. I mean, it's because it's a story focused game, and it's about choices you make, and it is so good. The writing, the script for the game is brilliant. The decisions you have to make and the things that happen, it's really good fun, and it's all about the fables. It's all about classic characters like Snow White, Beauty and the Beast's in it. You play as Big B, the big bad wolf, and and everyone kind of hates you. Like one of the 3 pigs lives with you because you blew down his house. So it's really cool, but it's really in like a gritty setting. It's like in New York, everybody's like. It's all gone to shit, and no one's really happy. And it's like all the fables are kind of almost retired. It's definitely worth a look. I think the season pass was reduced recently, but it's worth the money.
Speaking of that game, I actually just recently finished The Last of Us.
All right.
So that was a game I'd wanted to play last year, but of course I was a PS hater. Until now.
It took a while to get you convinced to pick one up.
Right.
Think of all that Resogun you would have missed out on.
I know. I don't know. So, a lot of the games that come out for the PlayStation are probably more up my alley than the Xbox, because I'm not a Halo fan at all.
No.
So,
and plus a lot of stuff going cross-play now, and that's cross-platform, because like Geometry Wars was exclusive to Xbox.
Yeah.
Same with Peggle 2, and now that's on PlayStation.
Right.
Although Peggle 2, it's a good high-score game. It's a bit not childish, but it's too bit colourful and thing. It's something you can play for a little while, but it's okay. It's good fun.
Right.
But it's
now, Kill All Zombies is definitely a high-scoring game, but again, it loses its notoriety really quick.
Right. Well, I looked at it. It's not something I'd want to play. I mean, there's one. You said Resogun's like your Pac-Man, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's a game that came out, and again, it was on PS. I'd say all these games that come out on PS Plus are bloody brilliant. And a lot of people just like say, fucking indie game, not interested.
Mm-hmm,
they're missing out on some good stuff, because like Pix the Cat. I swear it was either in the
What's
sale.
It called?
Pix the Cat.
Pix the Cat?
Yeah. It's now this is technically the new Pac-Man, more or less.
Really?
It's right. The way you play it, you are a cat called Pix.
I'm getting it right now as you're talking.
You go around the map and you pick up the like ducks, and what you have to do, it works on the same basis of Pac-Man and Snake. So as you got a tail of ducks, you can't crash into your tail, else you die and lose your multiplier. You have to pick up the ducks and then you bring them into the areas they need to be dropped off in. And the level design is really cool, because as you finish one level, a portal will open up, which you can go through, will take you into the next one. And the way it works, the transitions are really good. And you've got to go as fast as you can, and you've got to work out which ways you can go in quickly. There's also ghosts, which you can follow. So if there's someone on a high scorer on your friends list, you can follow their ghost and figure out what they're doing. There's a variety of different modes in there. There's different puzzle modes in there. And for a game what they essentially gave free for PS Plus, it was absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best games, indie titles I've played, and and in fact, if you're into, there's a musical review on YouTube. Pix the Cat Reviewsical by a guy called Brett. I can't remember his name now. What's his name? Brett Claxton. That's it, Brett Claxton. He sent it to Video Gamer, and I've got to say, it's one of the funniest freaking videos I've seen. It's literally done like a Pix the Cat rap.
Yeah.
And it is really good though. If you're into high score attack games, this is definitely one you should really check out. It's basically like Pac-Man, but done really well.
How much is it?
It's pretty. I mean, I don't know how much it'd be in dollars, because I know the US store has different sales to the UK one.
Right.
So it might be in your sale. It might not be. I'm not too sure, because they are different. But it is pretty cheap. And compared to the other indie games, it is quite a cheap game to pick up, and I really do recommend it. Pix the Cat is definitely a really good one. Staying on to, this is another game that was given away with PS Plus. This is Velocity 2X, which is, there's a score attack in that, and you have like it's got Game of the Year from some people gave it the Game of the Year. It was what they enjoyed most. It's made by a really good, I think they're a UK based company, the guys who made this, and it's a top down shooter, and you have a teleport system, and you have to kind of glance through, and the way some people play it, you know how like you see someone on Resogun and they have to they seem to do the unthinkable, and how the hell you manage to get that score, how the hell you have to move that quick.
Right.
It can be played like that, and it can be played so fast you're thinking, how the hell is that person able to just calculate all this?
I have to get that one.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's got an interesting story to it. It can also be played in 2D, like a 2D shooter, and you got the character that goes along and you shoot and slide, and it's pretty cool. They do some interesting things like it, and it's definitely one worth checking out. And also, I think if you buy it, you get it free on the Vita as well. A lot of these games, in fact, same with Pix the Cat. Same with it's not the same with Super Stardust because it's a new release. Hotline Miami as well is another one. If you buy it on the PS4, you got it on the PlayStation Vita, which I think is a really cool, deal for someone who owns 2 devices.
Right. Yeah, you should definitely let other people know too to get in on the challenge on the Resogun.
I definitely. I mean, everyone listening to this podcast is definitely. I want you to jump in. I mean, Pix the Cat. I reckon there'll be another one we'll be having a high score throwdown on.
Hold on, let me also give you Miss Ace of Nade's thoughts on Resogun. Hold on one second.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me? Well, hi, but I don't know what kind of thoughts I have, but hello.
Well, you've seen it. You said your ass puckers.
Well, I've watched Bruno play, and...
You said your ass puckers when I'm about to die.
Well, of course it does. I mean, I'm just sitting there watching it, it's just like, oh my god. And then, of course, I'm watching the multiplier, and, if it gets orange...
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you, Sean. She'll watch, and she watches the multiplier so I can focus on everything else, and she's going, it's yellow. Okay, it's yellow. It's still yellow. Wait, it's green. You're good.
And then
oh, fuck, it's red. It's red.
I'll scream, red.
Red.
That's brilliant. Have you played it yourself, or is it just...
Good Lord, no.
Oh, you should give it a go. You never know, you might be good at it.
I doubt it seriously. I tried that Geometry Wars, and no can do.
No can do. Oh, no.
I was terrible. I mean, like, one round of Geometry Wars, and I think my high score was maybe 1,000.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm serious. So, the spatial concept and my ability to handle the controller, I don't know.
Watching it
I don't even think I could handle... Oh, yeah. It is very over... I told you, I seriously, my butt puckers when I watch him play, and it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, same. My partner Jacqueline, when she's watching me playing it, she's like, Jesus Christ, like, how are you able to just focus with all that on screen? How are you able to see what you're doing? And to be honest, to tell the truth, half the time I fucking can't. My eyes space out.
Brew brought up the videos that you made for him, and I swear, watching you play those 2 videos, I was just like, oh my god. And I just, it's intense. It is incredibly intense.
It really is. It's. I mean, you have to be in like a zen-like state. You've got to be it's not something you can kind of like. If someone walks in front of you, you want to kill them.
Right.
It's one of those games. It's you
Focus.
on the screen. You got to be focused so much, and
Good
a slight distraction will just throw you off. And I've had it plenty of times. So I could be playing and the phone will ring, and that'd be it. Dead.
Oh, wow.
I unplug the phone when I'm playing a game. That's another tip you can tell Brew. Turn everything off.
Turn everything off. Well, we have 3 dogs. How in the hell do you turn them off?
Oh, no, yeah. And I've got a rabbit. He tends to make a lot of noise. Not as much as a dog, though.
I can't imagine the rabbit's making any noise.
Oh, no,
Sean is comparing his rabbits to our dogs.
He's a noisy little bastard. Trust me.
Is he nibbling on something in there? Did you give him a carrot or something?
No, he's got a metal drinks bottle. He has.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Instead of like licking the thing and getting the water out like a normal rabbit would do, he tends to bite it and make as much noise as possible, as if he's like sharpening his teeth.
Of course.
And he tends to just do random stuff that makes a lot of noise. And I'll look, or he'll like kind of run across. And I'll just see this little black thing moving, and I'm like, "What is that? Oh, it's the rabbit." Haven't I die? So yeah, it's good fun though. I was just telling Brew about a few other games. One you might like though, Laurie. I was telling about a game called Pix the Cat.
Pix the Cat?
Pix the Cat. Yeah. It's like it's kind of got the same kind of game of Pac-Man, where you've got different mazes that you work your way through.
Okay.
But it's also got the same twist as like if you remember Nokia Snake, where you're not meant to crash into your own tail. And in this game, you have to pick up ducklings, which then follow you around, and you got to make sure you don't like crash into your own tail, and you drop them off at certain points. And what they have, I think, in certain places there's like eggs, and if you crash into an egg or the chain breaks, you lose your multiplier. So you have to find the fastest route to get round each maze and drop off the ducklings, which keeps your multiplier going. And when you build it up, it gets into like a fever mode, and it goes all crazy. It goes all a bit psychedelic, and you are able to get a higher score than normal as you work your way through. It's all about speed and knowing how to move around the map really quickly. But it's definitely worth checking out. Yeah,
that sounds like something I could probably handle. But I'll try to convince Brew to get it. Actually, I think Brew is willing to get anything. If I'm willing to play it, he's probably.
Resogun, though, right? Haven't you played Resogun?
No, I played Geometry Wars.
That's right.
And I told them that my high score. Don't you remember my high score was like 1,000? It was ridiculous. I just was like, no, I can't handle very high stress kind of. Oh my gosh, he just put me on Facebook. I can't handle that high stress. I'm more. I want to enjoy something. If I'm going to play a game, I want to enjoy a game. I want to get into it, have fun with it. But I don't want something more stressful. What?
Have you tried co-op? You can play. You can actually play Resogun together.
Story type game.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. You have to tell Brew you can play.
She
Resogun.
might like Wolf Among Us or maybe something from the Telltale games.
I definitely recommend
driven.
that. Yeah, you will both enjoy Wolf Among Us. I can put money on that. But I was just saying that it's Laurie. You can actually play Resogun together. I think Pix the Cat has a multiplayer mode as well. Same with Dead Nation. That's also multiplayer.
Now here's a question. As far as multiplayer is concerned, we have a single PS4. Would we be able to just get another controller and play together?
Yeah, just get another controller.
Okay,
that's all you need. And you'd have to play together. I think I haven't played co-op on Resogun, but I don't think it's split screen. I think it's on one screen. I'm not too sure. I'd have to find that out myself. But yeah, you can. That would
actually be kind of neat.
Yeah, you can definitely do that, and that's something worth giving a go, because then we can have a co-op high score.
Co-op challenge.
I try and get Jacqueline to join me on a few games, even though she's absolutely terrible at video games.
Tell her I'm right there with her. I mean, I am not handling that high stress environment of Resogun, but I mean, hey, I'm willing to try it if she is. I'm game.
I'm looking forward to see a video of you and Brew just shouting at each other.
Oh, and you know that's what exactly.
Use the bomb.
You know that's exactly what it would be. I mean, I enjoy games where we're cooperatively playing, in an objective.
Yeah.
That's why I always enjoyed, playing Call of Duty with the, the 6 of the group of us, because that was always, we always went in with an objective, and it was always fun. It's just not that way anymore. So, and I'm all about instant gratification now, because, I've done the whole. I got into 2 MMORPGs,
right.
And they just suck the life out of you. And I'm at the age where I have a little bit of life left. I want to enjoy. I don't want it sucked out of me in video games. And World of Warcraft just did that to me. And
I'd say for games that you want that instant gratification, I'd definitely recommend that. These little arcade games are great, but like something like Wolf Among Us.
Okay, that's what Brew was saying.
I've only just played this game. I've finally finished it, and I haven't. It sucked me in. It sucked me in, and what was great about it was in chapters. So you have episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and
so good stopping points.
Yeah, about what, a couple of hours for each one, but it's got that same allure as like at the end of like a Game of Thrones episode, which you have to watch the next one straight away to find out what happens. Or
cool.
It's got that like it leads.
You just got to know what happens.
Yeah. So it will keep you coming back, and of course these were episodically released, so I can't imagine what it would have been like playing the first one and waiting about 6 weeks to find out what the next one's like.
Oh wow, good point.
Yeah, but you can buy the entire season now. Season 1 is available. I think it's like 19. I mean, again, I don't know what it's like on the US PSN store. They tend to have a lot of different sales, but it could be quite cheap. And if it is, I definitely recommend it. I reckon. And also, I'd love to have you back on the Deadcast to to let us know what you think of it, so we can talk about the Wolf Among Us in the future. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I'm enjoying this. This is fun.
Yeah,
I can't believe Bruce says, "Here, have some headphones. Sit down." And I'm like, "Oh crap!" But
I got to include you, man. You're my partner in crime.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I've been doing though recently. I said I wanted to start doing podcasts.
Oh,
and
cool.
I can only do them in the YouTube format at the moment because to get them on iTunes and that, you got to mess around with RSS feeds and that, and I'm not too clued up on exactly how you do that. So I've mainly just been I think I've used a file hosting site for one or two, and just use YouTube, because if someone wants to download it to their phone, they can just use a YouTube downloader and do it that way.
Right,
that's what I'm telling everybody to do at the moment.
Good point.
But that's what I've been doing, and I finally got it called a Deadcast, and I've got a friend doing artwork as well. He's going to do some artwork of Brumac and myself, and put a nice nice little picture for us for the podcast. So yeah.
Oh, very cool. Cool.
It's going well.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks very much.
Glad to have made a guest cameo appearance.
Exactly.
I feel so special.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. Thanks for not quite volunteering, but being forced into the limelight.
Oh, but now, and Bruno's saying he's wanting me to promote myself while I'm sitting here.
Yeah, go on. Because there's a few things that not many people might know, but you're a bit of a movie star, aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't say quite a movie star, but more of a nice movie background extra.
Yeah,
I've been a Blur. I've been a movie Blur. But I've been actually I was quite visible in a TV episode on USA Network. I don't know. Do you guys get that?
We get USA Network. I don't know, unless it has a different name over here. I'm not too sure.
Maybe, but there's a TV show called Satisfaction that was released last fall. But I was best visible in that episode 4 of that. But the season 1 of that. But I've been in the Hunger Games. I will
Hunger
be
Games?
Yes, part 1, and I will also be in part 2 as a Blur. And or several blurs, or I have several opportunities to become a Blur, I should say.
Awesome.
But I was a Blur in Dumb and Dumber 2.
Really?
Not really a
I
blur.
was.
You walked by. You can clearly see.
Oh, okay. Brew is arguing with me there. I don't know if you can hear him in the background, but he's saying you are clearly visible in the background. So
well, there you go. Big things have small beginnings. You never know if you get a speaking role, because sometimes you're the director.
She met Jim Carrey.
Met Jim Carrey. Wow.
Well, indirectly, but he shook his booty for us.
Lovely. He likes to do that.
He was quite proud of the fact that these girls thought, or this one particular girl standing next to me thought that for a man his age, his booty was in still quite fine shape. So she said it loud enough that, he was 6 feet from us. So he just decided to shake his tushy since he was standing with his back to us. Oh, yes, he loved it.
Oh, brilliant.
But, yes, he as he approached us when he came on set, he looked square at the two of us, and he did a little wink, and he did a as he winked at the same time. Oh, yeah. It was quite an unbelievable experience because he's got that boisterous, literally he had that exact character you would expect him to have in any one of the, those crazy character movies that he does.
Yeah. Oh, I do like a lot of his movies, especially.
But maybe he was keeping character for the Dumb and Dumber thing. I don't know, but it's just it was pretty amazing. So been on set with some amazing big names.
I'll have to, when I go and see it, I'll have to definitely look out for you. Is there any other films that you're going to be possibly working?
Well, those two are the only two movie films.
Yeah.
But I keep my eye out for lots of things because we're not far from Atlanta, and Atlanta is now, as far as the United States is concerned, I think second to Hollywood for filming. Even New York is not filming as many things in some cases. So it's really amazing.
Everything's more or less filmed in South Africa these days. They keep making films there, and it's not in the US like Hollywood. They don't seem to be making them as much there. How everything was made in Hollywood at a point.
Exactly.
They seem to be making them in different countries. So whether it's cheaper or
it's less expensive to be on location in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So and I think And I think here in Atlanta, they've got so many sound stages, and they've got these new studios that are just booming up that they can do just about anything.
That's pretty
And then
cool.
they make it look like it's from
Somewhere else,
it's just crazy. But
Oh, wow.
the other thing that I like, Bruno, I've done an audiobook or two.
Yeah, plug that. It's like I wanted to have Brew on, and because I've been seeing a lot about that. So tell me a bit about that as well.
We have had the great opportunity to be cast by some rights holders, some authors and publishers of a couple of novels. My first novel that I did myself was just a short novel by an independent author called Refuge.
Right.
It's one of those. It's a romance novel. It's a girly novel, but it's a quick 100. I think it was like 2 hours. So one of those good listens for the girlfriend, the wife. If anybody's got a mom that likes listening to that kind of stuff. But it's a great story. I enjoyed it.
Where can you go to buy or download these audiobooks?
Oh, the best places to go, either Audible,
Right.
iTunes, and of course Amazon.com.
Okay.
And there's that one was I narrated, and then Brew actually did all the male voices. He was the male characters in the book. And then Wild Wild Dead is his first full-length novel that he narrated, and then of course I did the female voices in it. He's a much better character voice actor ish thingy than I am, but I did the best I could with
wow.
the tons of characters that we were given. Yeah, it was a pretty long book. How long was it? Like 10 hours?
9.5.
9.5 hours? A 9.5 hour novel. So that's how long the audio is to listen to it. It's a really, really neat story. Have you not listened to it yet?
No, I've not. But what I want you to do, if you can, is send me some of the links through Facebook. Use Brew's profile, whatever. Send me some links, and what I'll do, I'll put them in the description of this video.
Okay.
And what I'll try and see when we pimp this vid out to the masses, we'll try and get them to see if they get some of your audiobooks.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be fantastic.
Yeah, so hopefully some people I'll see. I've got a lot of friends over here that still don't even know Brew, and I'll tell them go and check out his channel and go check out his audiobooks, and hopefully you should enjoy them. So yeah, I'll get that done.
Absolutely, and tell them to follow us on Twitter too. I try to tweet more frequently than I have in the past, but I'm probably like once a week. I try to do now.
I'm hooked on Twitter. Just the other day, I kind of fell up the stairs while reading Twitter and broke about 6 eggs.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to become addicted to Twitter. It's just there's so much time in the day that's just lost. So yeah, Brew calls me a binge Twitterer. I'm gonna do better, I promise. But I just want people to, if I know people are following me and they care to hear what I'm talking about, then they'll probably,
Yeah,
but nobody responds to my tweets.
Miss Ace of Nades, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, Miss Ace of
Nobody
Nades. So
ever
go follow Miss Ace of Nades. And Brew J Mac as well. And
that
of course,
is
if you're
correct.
not following me, SharnOfTheDEAD, well, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, shame on you.
Get on there, follow us on Twitter and follow all the banter and conversations we'll be having and whatnot. And also get to see our little to and fro of our high scores, because that's what's going on at the moment.
Yeah, and
I'm
I definitely, if we start doing that co-op challenge thing, that'll be something for me to tweet about. So
we'll definitely have to do that, because it'd be just something fun to do.
Definitely.
And something I've not thought of doing, actually. I completely didn't think of it. So,
who's doing it? Nobody. So
nobody
we
at the
will.
Moment. So yeah, we'll give it a go. I'm not even too sure what the scores are like on the co-op, so we'll have to see how that turns out.
Well, I probably won't be any help, but I will. I'll give it a go.
Sure, we'll definitely do that. Well, that's something we'll work on.
All right, well, let me give you back to Brew if I could get him back over here. He's hanging up posters and stuff, but I know you're probably trying to wrap things up, so let me hand you off to him. But it's been lovely. I've enjoyed this.
That's right. Thanks for joining me, Laurie. And it's it's nice to speak to you again as well, because it's been a while. It's been a long time, actually. We used to play a lot on Xbox Live and stuff. So
we sure did.
Yeah, it's good
again
to know
soon.
Doing well.
Yes, we're doing great. Just getting settled in, and it's just insane. So, off to watch Walking Dead, and off to bed soon. So
Awesome.
have a great night, and or
you.
great morning, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm coming.
Come on, get your butt back here, Brew. What the hell are you doing, man? This is the Deadcast. Anything can happen.
Okay, right. I'm sorry. We were rudely interrupted by Miss of Nades.
No. It was nice to catch up, actually. There's a few interesting things there. I said if you send us over the stuff to do with the books, audio books on Facebook or whatever, just in the inbox with the links.
Yeah.
And what I'll do, I'll put them in the description and hopefully
Awesome.
try and send some traffic as well.
I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, well, it helps you out. I need to listen to them as well. It's something because I tend to what I do a lot now.
I've got free codes now.
You got some free codes. Oh,
yeah,
right.
so I've got probably about 10 to 15 codes to give out for free.
Right. Oh, okay. Then we'll have to sort that. Because what I've been doing a lot recently is when I'm playing a game. It depends what game it is, obviously. I mute it and listen to a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'll have to start doing that and checking it out. Cause
you guys, Britain has a show that I am totally hooked on, and it's Black Mirrors. Are you familiar with it?
Black Mirrors. I've heard about it. I've not watched it.
Oh my God.
I've heard about it though.
It's awesome, and you guys are making it over there, and I'm like, God, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few good things. We do some good bits and bobs here.
Yeah, I was like, this is coming out of the UK? What?
Yeah. Now, there's one I've been watching recently. If you're into a heavy drama and stuff that's like intense, there's a program called Broadchurch, and it's David Tennant, who's like the main guy in it, and it's like in the first season, someone had murdered a child. And it's all about finding out who's done it, and there's lots of twists and turns, and it's like there's more questions than there are answers. And then in the final, like at the beginning, things happen, and then in the second season, more things happen. You're just like, what the hell is going on here?
Right.
So
it's Black Mirrors is
check that out.
It's like the Twilight Zone. It's like the modern day Twilight Zone. If you're familiar with Twilight Zone. Yeah. It's like it's set in like different universes or, dystopian futures. It's I don't know. It blew my mind the first 2 episodes that we watched. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
All right, I'll have to check that out. I'll definitely have to check that out. Because this is if you like stuff like this, I was making an argument in the last podcast with my friend that video games need to kind of not copy, but like have this kind of TV series feeling where in the way that Telltale games have been doing it, where it is like you are a part of like an episode of TV, but you are a part of it in terms that you can make the choices and change the direction of the characters or make what they think of your character. Yeah, and I want to see more of that because it's so it's so engrossing, and you get really sucked into that world, and you just want to see how a character is. You can just tell someone to fuck off,
Right.
And someone might go and stop you from saying that, or another character.
Yeah, there was the second episode in Black Mirrors is a dystopian future, but it's basically how technology. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, it's basically how technology has evolved, and now every television show in the future is basically interactive the same way like The Walking Dead, the Telltale games, or The Wolf Among Us. It's all interactive. So as you're sitting there watching a normal television show, a new series just popped out, you would be answering the questions on which way the story was going to go. That was how TV was in the future.
Wow.
And
it's almost kind of like live streaming at the moment, where there's things that they can interact with live streams, and people in the stream can say do this and do that, and change that. And because at the moment here in the UK, sometimes we have like soaps. You got Coronation Street and EastEnders and Casualty, things like that. Yeah. And what they do every now and then, they'll do a live episode where it's all in real time. So you're sat home and you're actually watching this episode, and everything's happening right there and then. So it's not pre-recorded.
Right.
And like anything could happen. Like one of the actors could fall down some steps, and sometimes they could completely forget their lines. But I think what they could do is probably incorporate something like that in the future, whereas they have a live show, but maybe audience members could like some kind of vote online, depending on what happens as it progresses. It's definitely something worth thinking about. So yeah, I can see that being a possibility.
Yeah, it's too big to ignore, the live streaming and gaming in general. It's just way too big to ignore for the big-wig TV executives to not get in on it.
Yeah.
It's just...
I mean, games also are getting more, visually more stunning as time goes on. I mean, have you seen The Order 1886?
I have, yes, I have seen that.
Imagine when games start looking like that.
Yeah.
Imagine like a Telltale game. Or game made by a developer looks like that, which is all about just story. I mean, it could be about anything. And this is the thing. I want more interesting stories rather than just another open world game. I like a linear story because I like to experience something.
Yeah.
I actually kind of really gone off open world games at the moment. I've just got sick of them because nearly every game it just seems to be we need an open world game out there. We need to push one out.
Yeah, it's like you've got all the side missions and stuff, but it's almost like the story is not really important.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because half the time in an open world game, you end up pissing around doing something else that's not even a part of the story.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I think that's what needs to be important. And what comes into that is great script writing, really deep characters.
Well, I mean, there's a reason The Last of Us got Game of the Year. Was it last year?
Yeah. I mean,
it's got awards out the ass.
Beautiful. Yeah, it got a lot of praise.
And they're making that into a movie over here.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how that turns out, they seem to be doing that because video games to films very rarely turn out well, like Prince of Persia.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Stinker.
Vice versa.
Work. I mean, the only game that's come from a movie that seems to have worked is Alien Isolation. That seems to be...
That's true.
That was hated in the US, but praised in the UK.
It's weird, Sean. Most of the people that actually like watching my content is from the fucking UK.
Yeah.
And I keep telling Lori, we're living in the wrong fucking country.
Yeah,
it's like Bill Hicks. I don't know if you're familiar with Bill Hicks. He was a huge comedian over here.
Yeah.
And he was hated. Americans just didn't like him. But when he went up to the UK, fucking people loved him.
Yeah. It's kind of weird like that, I suppose. I don't
know what I have not put my finger. And once I put my finger on it, and I can this is why. Expect a fucking vlog.
yeah. I mean, oh god, I do like those vlogs. I can't do them as well. Oh, I did try back in the day.
You could. Yeah. I thought they were good.
There was the thing is, there was always fun to do. I think that's the thing. I can't, the outtakes and stuff you do. It's just it's done so well. It flows so well.
Huh.
And it's different because there's a few other people that we looked at, didn't we, when we went around? There's a guy, what was his name? And he did a lot of jump cuts and stuff. And he had quite a high pitched voice.
You're not talking about his name is on the tip of my tongue. Fucking God.
He did like tech reviews and things like that.
You not one clean shot, right?
No, not one clean shot. Well, he's cool.
Yeah, he's cool, but he doesn't do like jump cuts or anything. No. Fuck. He was on the Respawn Army. This guy that we're thinking about, correct?
No, it's the black guy. I can't remember his.
Oh, he was a black guy.
Yeah, and you found him and you sent him to me. He's like, this guy's pretty good.
Man, that must have been back in the day because I don't remember.
I haven't watched a lot of his stuff in a while. I can't remember his name. But he's a black guy. He does. He's not what's his name? Soldier, whatever his name is.
Yeah, And speaking about back in the day, even with the whole blow up with that fucker that was over there in the UK that used to work for Machinima, and you kind of went after him, and
Ken Burton.
Look where he's at now, fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a channel.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything. I mean, that did blow up big time. That did. I remember doing that.
Well, I loved it. A lot of people on my end were like, "Damn, that was awesome." But I think you cringed because you were like, "Oh God, what did I do?"
Yeah.
Because when because I knew he was going to respond.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd respond. I mean, but his response was it was kind of
his response was a bit shit, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. But I think you were back there in your house going, "Oh fuck, what did I do? Oh my god, oh my god!"
Yeah,
and I was like,
I was thinking,
"Yep,
oh, shit.
feeling like shit."
Opened a can of worms there. But I think the thing is, YouTube is a bit like a game in itself.
Yeah,
there's a way to play it. I mean, what was it? There's certain things that can blow up. Like I made a 30-second Slender Man reaction vid, ended up getting like 380,000 views. And then I'll make a video, put all my fucking time and effort into it, and I'll get about 60, 70 views.
Well, here's the truth. Since you've got me on the podcast, I made a video saying why I thought GTA 5 sucks, right?
Yeah.
And that video is probably, I don't know. I mean, I'll look at it in a minute, but it got a lot of fucking views. I love GTA 5.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I finished every fucking campaign in that game.
Yeah.
But I knew that if I just come out and basically said this game sucks, that I was going to get the attention. And that YouTube is nothing but a huge wrestling match. If you watch wrestlers,
I mean, people say, "Oh, it's clickbait. It's clickbait." Well, you fucking clicked on it.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
It's the same. I recently did one about No Man's Sky being one of the most important games of generation. I don't. I generally, I think it could be very interesting, but saying things like that makes people click on it because it's a catchy chime. Whoa, what's this person got to say about it? You can't just go, I think No Man's Sky is good, video. That no one's going to click on that. You need to come up with some kind of grab, something to grab people to come and watch your vid, and that's
whatever it will make it viral. I mean,
there's a reason PewDiePie's got fucking 68 million subscribers.
Damn right, that's right. It's just like wrestling, man. It's like I watch. I don't know if you're familiar with Angry Grandpa. I love watching Angry Grandpa on YouTube, and you're not familiar with him?
No, I'm not.
Oh my god, he's basically trailer trash in fucking South Carolina. His son films this old guy, his father, he's called him Angry Grandpa, and he demolishes shit when he goes into rage mode almost every video. And he'll destroy his microwave, his refrigerator, washer and dryer. He fucking takes a saw to I mean, the guy's just crazy. But I know that he's doing it because he's making a paycheck. He's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
Yeah.
And, and I know he's not like that in the real world because if he was, the fucking police would be at his place every goddamn night.
The same with the Rage Kid. I don't know if you know the Rage Kid, the one who shoved a remote control up his ass.
Yeah, that was fake. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, he got big over that. And he did loads where he grabs the Christmas tree and takes the Christmas tree outside and sets fire.
That's right. Yep.
And then YouTube met up with him. And they did it, and he did a rage at the YouTube cameraman, and it all kicked off like that. But he's clearly fucking doing it because that's what gets the people to watch it. Yeah, that's what they come and see. So it's a game in itself. You've got to. It is. There's ways of doing it. I mean, there's certain videos. I don't care if I get 40 or 50 views. That's fine because I know those few people will probably enjoy it. And
because I know you, I know when you're being serious in a video and you're trying to get a point across. Yeah. But there's other videos I know you're not really being serious, and you're just you're in that rage mode, and I know you're just
persona like my impossible game rage videos. They still get comments, and I've had to just stay away because some people some of them are quite funny. Other people generally believe I'm being 100% serious.
Yeah, right.
I'm fucking like that.
It's like people forget we're doing this for entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's for. And some people ask me to make them now. I couldn't do that. Not with the neighbours and stuff. I'm in a new house. I don't want to be pissing off the neighbourhood with my potty mouth.
I don't know why that sells right now. Right, rage videos is like
it's like crack for some people. They just love that stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but hopefully now they're going to have a good taste for high score videos, and they can join in. Something they can join in on as well.
What I should do is do some rage videos of me playing Resogun.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we could see some classic things like that. Maybe you doing some bits of playing through something with the music in the background.
I wish I had recorded my reaction when you tweeted your high score.
Yeah,
because I turned, I looked at Lori, I said, "This motherfucker." You just dropped a fucking egg on my face after I was like, look at me, I got 21 million.
Yeah,
come at me, bro.
Oh, 100. Because when you said you want evidence, you want proof, I was like, oh fuck's sake, all right. Because I because I knew it wasn't easy to do it. I was like, it was hard. This is a hard thing to do.
Right.
And it was like,
plus, I was also fishing on how you did it.
And also, get this. I mean, it's not bragging. I did have a few beers as well, so I managed to have a couple of beers. I managed to beat that score by 30 million, which again, I still think I can beat. Actually, now I've practiced on the individual.
I kind of heard you laughing in the background, like during the middle of the video. You were because you hit overdrive or something, or you almost died, and then I heard a giggle, and I was like, "That son of a bitch."
Yep. Yeah. I didn't even realise that was recording. I didn't know it was recording my voice, but I thought, fuck it, I'll upload it anyway.
Yeah.
But it's Resogun it's a big deal. I freaking love that game. It's great that I've come back to it in this way, and I hope other people join in. Add us on PSN. Let's get some high scores going, because
definitely.
It's going to be something we're going to sink our teeth into for a while.
And I'll put out some more videos of it.
Yeah, and mind you, though, Super Stardust HD. If you like Resogun, you're going to like that. That's basically just saying how it works. It's the same concept. It's kind of like how Geometry Wars is a little in a way, but how it, on certain maps, it's like a dome, like a ball. So you're like on a planet almost.
Is that game out now for the PS4?
It's out tomorrow for the US, and then Wednesday for the UK. Yeah. And that's Super Stardust. There's a shitload of content. You can also play it in 3D, which I'll be giving a go because I've got a 3D TV.
Let me ask you a question before we wrap this up. When you're after you're done playing Resogun, for about 30, 40 minutes later, all you can see, like in your peripheral vision, is fucking aliens. Like every now and then you'll get a flash of them.
I've had some weird dreams.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because this has happened to me. This is not only with Resogun it's happened. If I play a game for a long time, like a few hours to 6 hours, I can hammer something for a while if I want to. When I go to sleep, I tend to have a really freaking fucked up dream about that game. Resogun, I've had it where I'm just playing it in my head, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
The worst one, though, was with Knack. I don't know if you've ever played that. It was a PS4 exclusive. No. And this made me ill, I think. I woke up and I was nearly sick, because this dream was so fucking vivid, and I was stuck playing Knack. And it's not a good game by any standard. It's not a launch. It should never have been a launch title for the PS4. It was just a terrible idea. Because it was like aiming for the kids, but it was too hard for a child to play. It was ridiculously punishing as well. But I played it for like 6 hours straight, and it made me really bad. I was like, I cannot play this game anymore because it fucks with my head. And I think when that starts happening, you need to have a break from that game for a while as well. But yeah, Resogun, I have dreamed about just playing it.
Yep. I can go to sleep
and wake up and play Resogun.
Yep. And I'm like, is this healthy?
Yeah, it does it does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Right.
But sometimes,
you
you could be just out of the house and thinking, right, I'm gonna have a crack on Resogun later. I just thought of a cool way to do this and what have you. But yeah, I've got some high scores. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned I've been playing it on the Vita and on Decima, I think. Number 2. I'm number 2 in the world.
Wow. Holy
there's
shit.
Several others. I'm number 12, number 8, number 7. Most of these are on rookie, and I work my way up. But as far as
now, the 100 million you got, that was on veteran, right?
Yeah, that was on veteran.
Okay.
I've got a pretty good one on rookie. Veteran, the experienced. I've only got I think I've only got 40 million. I don't think 68 million. I think is my high score on experience, which is shocking.
Yeah.
I need to work on that as well. But yeah, so that's Resogun. And we're pretty much coming to an end. Is there any last few things you want to say, Brew, before we close up?
Anybody out there who wants to pick up Resogun and try to beat my high score, or my high score is only like 31 million. Your high score is 130 plus million. So if anybody out there wants to challenge us, please make a video showing you beating that high score. And if you can't submit it on YouTube, send me or Sean the file. I've got a Dropbox or whatever. They can get a hold of me. And I will post it on my channel.
There you go. That's what we'll do. and Brew always keeps his promises. So that's what we'll be doing. And of course, you know, I hope you've enjoyed the Deadcast. I'm Sean Dead. That was Brumac. It's been a fucking good hour and fucking 20 minutes of constant just talking about High School, and I freaking love it.
Yeah, yeah.
And as always, until next time, we'll be back again. Stay tuned for all new videos and whatnot, and be sure to follow us on Twitter. It's SharnOfTheDEAD and BrewJMac, and of course check out Miss Ace of Nades as well, little movie star. As always, thanks for listening. I'll see you all soon in the next video. See ya.